Hello, I'm Brian, and I am here to talk about my experiences in woodworking as a hobby. I have been doing woodworking now for over 35 years. I first became interested in it while I was a sophomore in high school. I took a shop class, a woodworking shop class, and it just kind of clicked as a good hobby for me. One of the things that I really like about woodworking is the creation of something from start to finish. I guess it's my creative side coming through. I've accumulated a number of tools over the years, some hand tools, some power tools, and some even stationary power tools. So for example, I have a table saw, I have a drill press, I have a bandsaw, I have a planer. You can probably see behind me I have a number of hand tools. I have wood clamps. So basically everything that you would need to build something I have in my shop, either in the basement or in the garage. So here are a few tools that I've collected over the years that I've found to be very useful. First is, this is the very first putty knife that I ever purchased. I bought this when I was about 18 years old, so it's well over 30 years old now. What's really important to me about this is a very handy tool. I use this on likely every single project that I work on. Secondly is a simple level. You can tell this has some age to it. This actually came from my wife's grandfather's tool shed after he had passed away. I would guess the age of this is anywhere from 60 to 70 years, maybe older. The actual manufacturer's name has been worn off of it to even know where it originated from. But you can tell if you put it down on a workbench, it will tell you if something is level. If you use it straight up on the edge of a door, for example, it will show you whether or not that door is plumb or straight. Finally, I have an old hand wood plane manufactured by Stanley. You can see the name here. And Stanley today is part of Black & Decker, which you may have also heard of. Black & Decker is very big in hand power tools. This would have been used to plane the edge of a door so that it fits better in a doorway. That would be one example of it. Same thing for windows that were made out of wood back in the day. This is by far my favorite piece that I have ever made. It is a simple rocking horse. You can tell that it rocks as it's intended to. And it's my favorite piece for two reasons. First, I made this for both of my daughters, Kelly and Julia. So when they were really young, they both rode this rocking horse. It's also a special piece to me because the wood that it's made from originated from a gift that I made for my wife prior to us being married. I was able to repurpose the wood, keep it in the family, into something that is very meaningful. I have made the same piece for a number of my nieces and nephews out of different types of wood, and they have also really enjoyed a simple rocking horse. My woodworking experiences haven't always been, let's say, positive. You will notice that I have some deformities in my hand and in my fingers. I got in a fight with my table saw, and needless to say, the table saw won. I have had 3 surgeries on this hand and fingers and a bit of rehab, and my dexterity now is limited to what you see here. However, if you want to give your spouse a good jolt or a scare, try injuring yourself on a table saw like this and then giving your spouse a call while she's at Kroger, telling her she needs to come home because an ambulance is on the way to take you to the hospital. That's a good story. Despite the accident to my hand, it hasn't affected my day job working in a finance organization, which is a good thing because I can continue to pay the bills. My wife might give you a different story, but that's another matter. In all seriousness, to this day, I still love woodworking. I can't imagine not doing it. I really enjoy making things for my kids, my nieces, my nephews, and my wife. It's one of the most fulfilling things that I do as a hobby.